Good morning. Look at this place. I feel like one of those kind of the wealthy elite hanging out on the Titanic just before the world goes to pot. It's lovely. It's just amazing. This is the Sheraton Imperial in Kuala Lumpur. I've been here at a conference the last couple of days speaking about visionary leadership, and really this last day having a bit of a holiday. I've got no family, no kids, and this amazing space to hang out and meet people and work and talk, and the breakfast is laid on and the dinner is laid on. It's my first international speaking gig, and I can see why people get so attached to this lifestyle. It's fantastic. But I did want to talk about something also a bit more serious. Well, maybe not serious, but what I talked about was visionary leadership, and what I talked about and what I really got in the conversation with the people in the conference was that we make this mistake of positioning visionary leadership as something that's outside of us. So we stress ourselves to go looking for a vision that we can then fulfill on, and stress that we don't have a vision, or maybe we should have a vision, or what is our vision, or we work really hard to be something like we're not already there. But really, you're already there. The point I want to make to people in the conference, and the point I want to make to you, is you have lived a vision of your life all your life since the day you were born, and in some cultures, and if you want to think this way, from before you were born, all the way up until now. The question is not about going outside of yourself to look for a vision that you can then fulfill on in the world. You've already been living it all your life. The question is just how conscious are you of the vision that you've been living, and are you willing to do the work to look for what it is so that you can distinguish it and then craft a life consciously around living that vision. Now, there's another thing, is getting a vision and then leading people to follow you on that vision, and that's kind of, they're two halves of the same coin, but the real power and the real freedom and the real self-expression and the real joy, and by the way, if you get that, you give that to everybody around you, you get that sense of satisfaction and joy. It comes from knowing who you are and what you've got to give back to the world. And if you're over 35 years old, then you are in a position to start looking for that for yourself. All of your life you've spent living a particular vision. What is it? So I invite you, if you haven't already, go to the articles in my website and have a look, especially the ones that talk about leitmotif or evaluating your life at 40. There's a whole bunch of distinctions around how to distinguish for yourself the vision of your life that's important. Not important, but the vision that you've been living all your life. Read that stuff. Have a look at that stuff. This is the definition of your life for the next 60 years. So it's not made up, pretend stuff. It's really kind of important. This is your life. So don't go looking for your vision outside there, because it's not out there. It's actually in your lived experience. You've lived it for 40 or 50 or 60 years already, but what is it? The one thing I'd suggest you do is journal. If you're not already doing it, journal. Have a conversation with yourself. That's the best place to look for it. The other is go to those articles and have a look. All right, great. Thanks for listening, and go and spend some time in the Sheraton if you get the chance. Cheers.